This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, for seasons, and for days and years. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call halal la Yahweh Bashem Amashiach Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, man, that scattered across the four corners of the earth, man. And to the couple sisters that listen and learn, Shalom, man. And someone asked me a question about the Sabbath, and is it from from Friday to sundown, or Saturday to sundown, or is it off the moon? They knew in the faith, so they didn't actually know. So according to the Bible, hopefully I could edify. I'm going to send it to this person, but I thought, hell, I might as well put it up and make a video on it, you know? So, once again, this is Genesis 1:14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven. What are they for? To divide the day from the night. So you know that the light for the day is the sun and the light for the night is the moon. What are they for? And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. So you go off your signs, your seasons, your days, and your years off the firmaments of heaven, off the moon and the sun. So let's go to the next script. Isaiah 66 and 23. This Isaiah chapter 66 verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. That's just more proof that you go off of the moon, man. I'm going to read it again. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord, man. The moon, the day that it's a new moon, that night when the sun go down, start the Sabbath, man. You're supposed to do no work. You're supposed to rest. No cooking. No sex. No starting a fire. Okay, let me get this next one. Let me see, what is that? It's in the Apocrypha. Sirach 43. 43 and 6. Okay, this is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43, verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her seasons, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreases in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasingly wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of the heaven. But it says the month is called after her name, after the moon. You can look it up, man. you got a smartphone, do something smart with it for one chance in your life. But it says the month is called after her name. Called after what? The moon. That's where you get month from. Moon. Because when it's a new moon, it's what? A new month. And then you count 7 days after every new moon. It's a Sabbath until what? A new moon come. It's the beginning of a new month. Let's just say the new moon came in on the 16th of January. That is the beginning of a new month. That is the Sabbath, the 16th. So the next Sabbath would be the 23rd, then the 30th, then the 6th, and then whatever day after that the new moon comes in on. And then you would start the process again. So no, it's not always from Friday to Saturday. It wasn't no calendars back then. So how could it be Friday to Saturday every time? You got the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day. Then you have the seventh day. But your month starts off of what? The moon. Let me see what I said. I think it's Exodus 28. Okay, this is just a little bit more about the Sabbath. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day, after the moon, is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. So it's a rest day. That's what the word Sabbath means, man. Rest. You're supposed to rest and study. So if you got anything that you know that you got to do it before the seventh day. You got 6 days to get all your work prepared for your rest and your study. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, man. Flat out, man. You're supposed to do everything that you got to do in 6 days. But that seventh day, man, you're supposed to give it to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, man. So hopefully that was edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. So I hope you brothers and you sisters, man, was edified. Shalom.